Hey, how you doing? Let's do it to it. Alright, the advanced. Alright, let's see if we can't get a knight here. Yep. I'm gonna see if we can't get a knight in here. Or a knight here, knight there. Ooh, interesting. Let's play knight here. I think I'd play on both, okay. This is a really strong move. You're attacking 2 points and also potentially attacking there, so it's like really power. His pawns, even though I'm down a pawn, it's not enough for my opponent because of this massive pawns here. Let's play check. If he comes up here, we pick up a rook, so he actually has to come here and then we can play there. But you gotta be careful of this move. Interesting. Interesting. I have to actually play here. Let me see. Because if I play here, it potentially can get trapped via there. Not there, but here, push. Because the knight covers that spot. If I play here, pawn push takes, bishop takes, the knight then has a way out via there, so let's play that. And also I have a way out here that I can come in. So this is just activation. probably best is this next, because you're depriving the king of more squares. And maybe even bishop move. Yeah, I'm just retreating my bishop back. I could actually now potentially win this pawn and then come back too. So it's kind of there's a lot of threats in the position. This bishop's really overloaded, and eventually maybe I could even trade it off and then go after one of these pawns. So let's see here, what do we want to play? This knight is a pain in the drain, so let me see, how do I want to do this? Let's see, check, I move back. I might play there. Yeah. And then he'll potentially play, if he plays there or there, I just come back. And I do have a perpetual, potentially. I'm just trying to pass the move a little bit. Okay. He really can't push this because it takes... Oh wow, he actually did push it. Very interesting. So takes. Then I have knight. Or do I want to play my knight there first? And then come in here, get rid of that bishop. I like knight. I like the knight move. Keep the tension. I also can take with a tremendous outpost that'll never get really kicked out. So that's always nice. That wins a pawn back. Now I have a pinning opportunity here. And then I can always reroute my knight in. I'm just gonna retreat the bishop back. There's no need rushing. And then I'll castle, potentially castle. And then I could play F. Do I want to play king up and then bring the rook over, keep my king more centralized? I think that's probably what I'll do. I have opposite colored bishops, but time's in my favor. His knight's really passive. Yeah. Interesting. I'm gonna flick in F6 there. And then king F, and then I'm gonna bring the rook over. This stops the knight from coming into really any of the outposts. And there's a huge attack, yeah. That's fine. The king there, now I'm going to bring my rook in. I'm waiting for this knight to move so then I could play potentially in there. Oh, wow. Interesting, okay. So check. The threat is actually bishop here with a mate right there. Potentially, maybe not fully mate, but it's just a threat. Thinking about coming in here. He's may play bishop there, but that's okay because I always have rook I want to play knight in here. I don't want to. This is a weak pawn. I don't want to go passive. I'm concerned if bishop here. Oh wow, so he's playing there. Okay. I'm now thinking about rerouting the rook to c8 now. Now there's a threat of knight takes, rook takes, pawn takes, rook takes, check. Let's see. At this point, takes there. Not sure if it's the most sound move, but it'll work. Thinking this leads to mate. Right here. Yeah, we'll pause and we'll go do some tactics now. Okay. It's always fun to warm up a little bit. Alright. And you're more than welcome to help it. So don't feel like you don't have to. Because I want, as a team, we want to have everybody in. Ah, beautiful. But these first ones are pretty straightforward ones. They're not, when we get to the bigger ones, of course, then we retreat. Yeah. There we go. Let's get through these other ones fast. That's mate. Okay, that wins a queen. That wins a rook. Okay. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Do we want to just retreat the queen out here? I'm thinking that might be an idea. Just retreat it out. That's check, which leads to mate. Usually when you get to around 16 to 22 or 24, it gets a little more complex in their tactical setups. Excuse me. Yeah, bishop f, that's right. Boom. There's mate. Yeah, this one is a fun mate. It's always fun to give up your queen for mate. Ooh, this is a nice one. There we go. Here's queen. Okay, dokie. Trying to figure out this one. If we check here, comes up. Ah, got it. Check here, he comes up, we slide over, and then we have mate. Yep, let's do that. Oh wow, he walked right into that one. So check here, and that's mate. Alright, you win a rook here. There you go. Okay, we pick up a rook there. Check, you win a rook. Okay, check, you win a rook. Okay, let's see here. Check. Let's see. So check here. It goes there. Thinking knight g5 here. Check, but am I overlooking anything? Knight g5 in there. Takes, king up. Takes, queen takes, and then knight takes. Bishop takes. You're up at exchange. But is there something more? I don't really see anything more. I'm gonna go with it. I think that's, and then rook takes. Yeah. Takes, mate. This is an interesting mating idea. Because it attacks the knight and also attacks wins a piece. I mean, it's a bit of rook, I believe. Whoa. I think bishop here, queen up, and then rook e7 traps the queen. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Nice work. Nice job. I say check, rook back there, and then there. Yep. Oh, we get to take. Then we get to kick the king, and then we get to mate. Alright, we're doing really good here. We're on a spree. Oh, queen. Yeah, e5, yep. And that picks up a bishop. I knew there, you know, when you have a knight there, you know there's some sort of a sweet fork that happens, and now we get to actually draw the queen away and mate. You love the decoy. So you check. Queen there, check, and that's mate. So let's go for it. Oh, whoa. Okay. Okay, so b5, king forward, check. There. Bishop check. So we gotta keep the run rolling. So can't play e8 because of the rook. So this is really the only move. Now we got to decide, do we want to play bishop first or queen? Thinking queen, because then we can at least pick up a bishop. So yeah, I'm liking that. See, pawn takes knight. If bishop can't take, so to retreat. So pawn takes knight, bishop retreats back. We have bishop to g5, which is a huge attack. Yeah, let's just grab that. Oh wow, no, okay. Huh. Though it works any. Oh, you can actually do it right away. Okay. Okay, I was, yeah. Yeah, bishop, you were right. That's right. I was I was trying to win more material and get the same result, but the bishop g5 was actually faster. We'll go over that. That's an interesting one. We'll show the other idea after the rounds. After we're done here. Let's see here. See, knight there. If the knight ever moves, we do have a problem with a double. Well, there's a double check. If that's played, you do have king f5, which the bishop's on pre, the knight's on pre. So yeah, yeah, I'm thinking, what do you think? I'm thinking knight d5 is a strong move. Knight d5 looks pretty strong and I think we can actually get two pieces for the excuse me, for the rook. So here, I think we just take here and then we grab the knight. We get two pieces for the rook, so that's a pretty good trade, especially when you're entering more into an endgame where rooks do have more superiority power. I forgot which grandmaster said that sometimes trading a rook for two minor pieces are actually really good in a middle game. It might have been Emmanuel Lasker who said that. One of the super grandmasters said that, and it was like very incisive on that. Or no, it was trading a rook. I got it. It was trading one of your rooks for a minor piece. That's what it was. Not if you get two minor pieces, that's good. But he was also saying that you could in a middle game trade a rook for a minor piece if the minor piece is like stronger than your rook, because it takes longer for your rooks to actually get out of the starting line, because they're on A8 or A1, H8, H1. Let's see. Rook G4. Let's see about that. See if that's a candidate move. Yeah. Sicilians are very sharp when it comes to yeah, kind of rook sacrifices. There's also some rare lines in the French where you can do that too. But you don't really get often to be able to do that. The only problem I see is I know what the move is. It's queen b6 check. That's a powerhouse move. But is it strong enough? Queen b6 check, king d3. Oh yeah, it wins a queen, doesn't it? It wins this queen here, doesn't it? Yep. That's all you need. Queen's enough to win the game sometimes, but sometimes you could actually trade a queen for 2 rooks, and at certain positions in endgames, it's beneficial for the side with the 2 rooks. Let's see here. What are we looking for? A kind of like a threat, some sort of threat that we can take advantage of. That actually does work, doesn't it? Because this bishop right here blocks the communication between these two. Yeah, that does pick up a minor piece. I mean, an exchange. And then would takes work there? Bishop takes, king takes, queen check on c3. Yeah, that would cause a lot of. Yeah, I'm like that. Let's see here. Queen takes d6. There's knight takes f3, but then g takes f3, and then queen takes d6, and then knight takes d6. I think we go up a whole piece in that line. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, I'm missing it. Queen takes d6, knight takes e4. But I think we still can, let me see, queen takes d6, I gotta take it out farther. Knight takes e4, and then queen takes d8. We'll say the a rook takes, rook a takes d8, and then knight takes e5. I think knight takes e5 I think works. Oh, that works too. Yeah, let's go for that. That works. Ah. Okay. Yeah, this one's a nice tactical trick. Always the knight's a tricky piece. let's see, how do we, I'm thinking king h8 wins. Does king h8 trap the, king h8 traps the queen. We win a rook. So we go king h8, rook takes g7, queen takes g7, queen takes g7, king takes g7, you wrap a whole piece. I believe that's the line. I'm trying to see if there's any there is king h7, king h8 I mean, knight g6 check, queen takes g6, rook takes g6, and then g takes h6 is an idea too. Yeah, I like king h8. Knight takes c6, queen takes d1, knight takes e7, king f8. I think this is kind of a forced line here. And then here, then king there. Oops, not king there, king here. And then we can actually we can retreat out with knight to d5. Knight d5 retreats the knight out. And then you go up a whole miter piece. Thinking, oops, where's the thing? Bishop a6 check has something to do with the position. Ah, that one's a queen. I'm thinking it's bishop a6 check, king b8, queen takes. Maybe it just wins a pawn. Queen takes c7, bishop f4 check, bishop trying to figure out if that actually wins anything. I think the check has to be the correct move, so that for sure is spot on. Is queen takes c7 check, king takes c7, and then bishop f4, bishop d6, bishop takes. Yep, that's it. That leads to mate. There we go. That was standard back rank mate. So check. Oh. Okay. Ah, there was a better mate. check, king up, and then checkmate. What are we doing? Perfect. Let's see here. I'm thinking of Queen F6. Queen F6 is a bone crunching move because it threatens to attack the queen and deliver check, and then we'll eventually be able to win a pawn. Queen F6. If the queen comes up here, queen takes check, king there. Yeah. I'm looking at bishop d4, if queen d2, bishop takes, b2, and that traps a rook. And then if they try to keep with, let's say they try to play queen here, you always have queen check there. Or let's see, actually here, queen check there, king up, and then queen back. Yeah, that's an interesting idea, but you always have to be thinking, what type of tactics can I bring in. And also with this, you're potentially looking at eyeing this pawn too as well. And if you play here, let's say here, say queen there, king up, you actually could play bishop here and you're trapping the rook anyways. So yeah, I'm thinking that this might be the continuation. Yeah, then bishop takes, and then now you take here and you win a piece. That was a good idea. Just you always have to think of the tactical thing, as Maurice Ashley said, is what did your opponent leave behind, and then you could take advantage of that. It's the Aikido principle in chess. Ooh, this one is a straightforward one here. Check, check, checkmate. There we go. Let me see here. Something's, when you see a piece that's just by itself and it's not protected, you sometimes can ask yourself, you can make an idea around pieces that are not protected. Like, we have two pieces that aren't protected right here. A bishop on a2 and then a rook on d3. And we have to think to ourselves, is there any way we could take advantage of that non-protectiveness of any one of those two pieces? Yes, the rook is at the present moment attacking our knight, so you have to kind of deal with that threat. But you always have to keep that in your mind, that there are still two pieces that are hanging. There's also a pawn. This pawn's on pre, that pawn's on pre too. So you actually have four pieces that aren't, they're pawn. Two are pawns and two are pieces. So just always be on the lookout for that. Let's see here. What comes to my mind is potentially the most forcing move, which is knight e2 check. The king would then come up to f2. And our knight wouldn't be trapped. We could play knight here, king up, and then knight there. That would attack a rook, but it doesn't win the rook. So we have to find something slightly better. Maybe that is, we have to think forcing moves. Yeah, I think of checks, captures, forks, pins, and skewers, and all those. There's a list to go down. Ah, we found it. That's what attacks the hanging pieces. There we go. See that? Do you see how you just gotta think about that when two pieces are like that? You have to always, and especially when you have a knight and two pieces could be forked, you ask yourself, how can I do it? And sometimes you can find a fork that's really strong. Surprisingly, move orders are vital here, because if you try to check first, knight intercepts, then bishop, check, knight intercepts, and then bishop, you get backward mated. You would actually have to, not backward mated, you'd have to retreat back. So first of all, you have to do a move order scenario, which is bishop a3. If the rook goes to a4, then you can actually threaten a back rank checkmate. Oh, really? Okay. Huh. So that was check first, huh? Bishop check first. And then when there, so let's try that. Bishop check. The idea we were going to talk, because we were going to go over this line. The line we played wasn't bad, it just wasn't the most forcing. See, what we were thinking about is pawn takes here, and then queen a5 check, and that's the problem. Bishop takes e5, and that's it. Ah, okay. So you do have to be forcing in that line. There is no time for anything, and then okay. Good thing we went over that one. So check. Oops, not check there. This is see if you check, check. If your opponent, if he comes up here, you actually have queen check, and then the king would come over, and then you can grab that rook with check, and then you can then grab that other rook, and yeah. But this one is really curious on this one. So first you check. You can't. Okay. Oh, you take and then play bishop. Okay. So you actually go up a whole minor piece. Okay. Interesting. I didn't consider that take. I was considering this move here, which rook c4. Ah, there's the block. And then you have g3 to stop the knight from coming in. And yeah, it's not totally winning at that point. Okay. So then check here, that, and you have to take so that your opponent can't play there. You play bishop a3, and after the king moves, you win, and you're up on a minor piece. Okay, we'll call it on this. That was. We'll find out what we got for a rating. 14, not bad. Wanted to thank you all for logging on, participating. You know what? You're more than welcome anytime to, when we're doing puzzles, put in on the chat, and we'll go over them and talk about them. And remember what Bruce Lee said, take what you know, be able to apply it, be willing to do something with it. Remember to treasure your victories, learn from your losses. Remember that mistakes don't define who you are. It's how you handle the mistake that defines who you are as a chess player and whatever field the Lord called you into. Remember though, eternity is a very long time, and the choice to receive the Lord Jesus is a vital decision we all have to make one day. And remember that you know what, we have to decide one day what we're going to do with the Lord Jesus. That's important. And we we have the Team Chess Cruncher motto that we train by. We hang up our coats, we hang up our hats, we sit down and study when most won't. Team Chess Cruncher does, and that makes all the difference. And as Wesley So says through the Lord Jesus, as I say, God bless. I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening. Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll keep pushing forward, onward, and upward. Remember what Hannibal Smith said, though. Even inside of what looks like a random position, my friends, there's always something there. There's always a plan. And when you find it, take your time and you get to implement it. You get to say, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, stay strong during this time. Hoorah, go Team Chess Cruncher and have some fun, okay? Be blessed. Bye-bye.